Good evening, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Aislin's Enchanted Path. Tonight we're diving into the energies of February 2026. Remember, this is a general reading, not a personal one, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. For your most complete picture, be sure to check your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, February begins with a dramatic full moon in Leo on the very first day of the month. This lunation shines a spotlight on creativity, self-expression, and the courage to be seen. It's a time for letting go of fears around visibility and stepping more boldly into your authentic self. On February 4th, Uranus stations direct in Taurus, finally pushing forward momentum in areas of finance, routines, and material security. Expect shifts where things may have felt stagnant. Valentine's Day brings a major shift. Saturn enters Aries on February 14th, beginning a multi-year cycle of responsibility, structure, and maturity in how we take initiative. This is about building lasting leadership and grounding our actions in discipline. Just a few days later, on February 17th, we experience a powerful new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. This eclipse marks a turning point in community, friendships, innovation, and how we weave ourselves into the greater collective. Eclipses open long-lasting doors, so pay close attention to synchronicities that arrive. Finally, on February 26th, Mercury stations retrograde in Pisces. Communication softens, logic turns dreamlike, and clarity might be a little foggy. This retrograde is ideal for reflection, spiritual listening, and compassion. But it is not the best time to launch big projects or sign binding agreements. Triple check your messages, travel plans, and financial details during this time. Now let us discuss the individual star signs and what they might expect in February. Now, if you're an Aries, you're being asked to lead with presence rather than speed. The Leo full moon highlights your creativity and romance, while the Aquarius eclipse, The Leo full moon highlights your creativity and romance, while the Aquarius eclipse shifts the energy in friendship and future goals. With Saturn stepping into your sign, a new chapter of responsibility and self-mastery begins. Mercury retrograde whispers that you need solitude and dream work. Rest before you leap forward. Now, if you're a Taurus, Uranus turns direct into your sign, giving you fresh energy to break free of old habits. The Leo full moon brings focus to home and to family, while the Aquarius eclipse resets your public path or career. Saturn in Aries will ask you to establish stronger boundaries behind the scenes. Mercury retrograde highlights contracts and financial plans. Move carefully. If you are a Gemini, well, your words carry extra weight this month. The Leo full moon brings closure to communication matters, while the Aquarius eclipse opens new doors in education, publishing, or travel. Saturn in Aries calls you to take on more responsibility in your networks and communities. Mercury retrograde slows career conversations. Clarity is more important than cleverness. If you are a Cancer, finances and security rise to the surface. The Leo full moon emphasizes income and self-worth, while the Aquarius eclipse refreshes matters of shared resources and intimacy. Saturn in Aries asks you to step into greater authority in your career. During Mercury retrograde, review your long-term goals and keep your financial paperwork in order. Now, if you are a Leo, the full moon in your sign sets you glowing. This is a time to release outdated self-images and embrace your true power. The Aquarius eclipse stirs your partnerships, pushing for balance and equal exchange. Saturn's entry into Aries asks you to expand through learning and new horizons. Mercury retrograde urges careful, compassionate communication with your loved ones. Now, if you're a Virgo, the Leo full moon shines light on hidden matters, while the Aquarius eclipse invites fresh starts in daily routine and health. Saturn in Aries brings discipline to your finances and shared resources. Mercury, your ruling planet, retrogrades in Pisces, asking you to slow down and revise relationship agreements with gentleness. Now, if you're a Libra, community ties come into focus this month. The Leo full moon illuminates friendships, while the Aquarius eclipse stirs your creative projects, romance, or even children. Saturn in Aries calls for stronger, steadier partnerships. Mercury retrograde in Pisces nudges you to rest, simplify your schedule, and honor your body's need for balance. Now, if you are a Scorpio, career and home are going to take center stage for a little while. The Leo full moon highlights a career milestone, while the Aquarius eclipse resets your home and family energy. Saturn in Aries asks for commitment to your health and work routines. Mercury retrograde may blur your timelines. Be patient with family conversations and with renegotiations. Now, if you are a Sagittarius, your voice and vision are expanding. The Leo full moon closes a cycle in travel, publishing, or even teaching. The Aquarius eclipse sparks a new chapter in writing, media, or community engagement. Saturn in Aries helps you bring lasting discipline to your creative work. Mercury retrograde encourages you to revisit family stories and home-based decisions. Now for Capricorn, finances, worth, and stability will be emphasized this month. The Leo full moon helps you release entanglements, while the Aquarius eclipse invites a new income stream or money mindset. Saturn in Aries asks you to establish long-term structures at home. Mercury retrograde asks you to pause big purchases and read the fine print carefully. Now, if you are an Aquarius, this is your month of reinvention. The Leo full moon highlights relationship dynamics, while the Aquarius eclipse sparks a new identity, style, or personal path. Saturn in Aries grounds your communication and your skills. It's time to resharpen your tools. Mercury retrograde asks you to revisit self-worth and ensure you are asking for what you deserve. Now, if you are a Pisces, the Leo full moon emphasizes health and daily rituals, while the Aquarius eclipse begins a deep inner reset. Saturn in Aries strengthens your finances and pushes for practical maturity. With Mercury retrograde in your sign, speak slowly and clearly. Be mindful of your boundaries and let your intuition guide your words. Now that brings us to the end of the February 2026 astrological forecast. This month is powerful, filled with eclipses, planetary shifts, and moments of reflection. Remember, beautiful souls, these energies are here to guide you, not confine you, and they certainly do not determine your future. Blessed be.